We are 2 weeks into Titans training camp and a few more practices to go before we see the Titans on the football field. Yes, it's game week, ladies and gentlemen, and now they don't practice today, so I thought it would be perfect to give you guys just who are the rookie standouts 2 weeks into camp. But before we do that, like I said, it's game week. They are taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So if you're excited to finally see Cam Ward, to finally see the Titans back on the football field, go ahead, hit that thumbs up icon. Let's get 200 likes on today's video. Welcome into Titans Today by Chat Sports. I am your host, Brett Alper. And yes, I got 4 rookie standouts. Who are they going to be? Well, let's jump into it. This one, it's not really a standout. It's kind of like an ups and downs, but it's an excuse to get me to talk about Mr. Cam Ward. Cam Ward, he has been kind of struggling a little bit throughout camp. And now that's what you're going to have with a rookie. You're going to have ups and downs. But overall, he has looked a little bit raw. It looks like he needs to develop. But I think that this is a good thing for him. You're not going to come into your first team as the first overall pick. And we know the Titans were the worst team in the league last year. But you're not going to come in and it's automatically just going to be a click and you're going to be this prophecy, Tom Brady, like Peyton Manning, like God. No, you're going to have some ups and downs, and that's okay. It's 1 year. I don't expect him to be struggling 5 years down the line. I expect him to develop into a great quarterback. And you've seen some shine of Cam Ward in practices. This was him on July 30th. They asked him because he was struggling a bit. He said, "What is the Titans offense? I just think we're very mid right now." And I'll say, it was a bad Friday practice, but he bounced back very hard on Saturday. He looked really good. He looked like a star in the making. And we saw from some of the observations through training camp, he did throw an interception from what I read, but overall, good numbers. 21 out of 29. This is what happened. They weren't originally supposed to have practice on Friday, and they struggled so much that Brian Callahan was like, we're having a practice Friday. And then Saturday's practice looked even better. Now, for Sunday, it went back to what we saw from Cam Ward previously, and it was considered from one writer one of the worst practices he's ever seen out of the Tennessee Titans. And this is not a knock at specifically Cam Ward, but overall just a bad practice from the offense. This is what Easton Freeze of A to Z Sports said about Cam Ward. "It was a brutal day for the offense on paper. That translated to really a brutal performance by them on the field. Cam Ward, it looked inaccurate. He was holding the ball too long. All 3 quarterbacks kept getting sacked. Guys weren't getting open. The offensive line wasn't particularly stout. And while the defense wasn't as markedly bad themselves, it wasn't like they lit up today either. The offensive dysfunction felt much worse than a result of the offense not working than the defense dominating with sticky coverage, pressures, and turnovers." And this is what Cam Ward's stats were. Didn't throw an interception, but 8 of 18, and that's below 50%. It kind of scares me a little bit. I would say Cam Ward's not really standing out in a good way, but kind of a bad way. But I'm not going to give it a knock on Cam Ward. Is this kind of just an overwhelming thing? Like Easton Freeze talked about it. This offense is struggling. That's to put it lightly. Is this team as good as what Mike Borgonzi wanted to portray it? That's the kind of question you're going to have to start asking with how bad they've looked in practice. Because the defense, I'll say it, when you have T'Vondre Sweat and Jeffrey Simmons, who were clearly your best players on your defense, specifically on the front 5, is that a problem? I don't think Cam Ward's a problem, but around him, this might be kind of realization of maybe you're not going to compete in your first year. Maybe you're not going to go and win 9 games right off the bat. But it's a development type of thing, and I'm not worried about Cam Ward. He's going to get better. He's going to learn the offense, and if he's struggling now, it's probably a good thing because he knows what to fix. He knows what to get better. So if you're not worried about Cam Ward, if you think that it's going to be okay, it's practice. Get your bad ways out right now. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up icon. I'm going to stick with the offense, and this is one of the players that really stuck out, and this is the positive note of this team, and that's Gunnar Helm. tight end from Texas. He has looked like an absolute stud. He is making his name known, and we now I'll just say we have a position battle on our hands between Chigakonkwo and Gunnar Helm. And Josh Wiley, unfortunately, from how Gunnar Helm has looked, you might be on your way out either by a trade or possibly even a cut. This is what Jim Wyatt had to say on just his observations on what went on through training camp on one of the specific days. He said, Gunnar Helm made one of the plays of the day for the offense with a nice sideline catch and a toe tap. And this is kind of what you expected out of him. He's not your typical, I'm going to block you down the field tight end like Chig is. He is, I'm going to go out and catch passes. I'm going to be that pass catcher, that receiver, because this is what we saw. That's what we saw out of him in Texas. 60 receptions, 786 yards, and 7 touchdowns. He was Quinn Ewers' one of his favorite targets. And going into this season, when you have Cam Ward, a young quarterback, you need that type of guy that can go out and catch passes, because what does everybody always say? The tight end is always open. And now that you have, like, I'll call it a position battle, it's more of a position battle with Josh Wiley, which I think he's clearly already won. This is from Sleeper Titans, who kind of just reiterated what Jeremy Fowler said in an article. He said, don't be surprised if Tennessee runs 2 tight end sets with Chig and Helm. The Titans have been impressed with the pass-catching ability, and now he has to nail the rest on the tight end routine. I think that he's going to be Cam Ward's security blanket. You're going to see a lot of 12 personnel when they're on the field, and specifically because you want as many receivers going out and guys that can also block and release type plays. That's what you'll see from Gunnar Helm. And if the tight end's always open, like we always know, rookie quarterbacks love throwing to that safety valve. Gunnar Helm is going to be Cam Ward's safety valve, and he's going to have a really successful season as a rookie. Speaking of Cam Ward, we got a bunch more. We got 2 more rookie standouts coming towards you, but you can get your Cam Ward jersey or even a couple other Titans jerseys on sale right now. Chatsports.com/Titans jersey. I saw a J.C. Latham jersey on sale. If you like right tackles, if you like the offensive line repping, you could get your jersey today. I know people don't like offensive lineman jerseys, but I mean, be unique. But you can also rep the franchise quarterback in every single colorway that they have. 20% off, $104. Chatsports.com/Titans jersey. We'll have that in the comments and description of today's video. So make sure you get yours today, because I can guarantee you, I'm still shocked that they're on sale. We're going to get a couple more days, and they're going to go right back up to that $130 price. So chatsports.com/Titans jersey. Third one, and I've been telling you guys about this player since the draft. Kevin Winston Jr., the safety out of Penn State. And he should be, I'll keep saying this over and over and over again, he should have been a first-round draft pick. He should have been. But because he had that knee injury, that's where he kind of dropped, because it was a serious knee injury. He missed the whole entire season, most of the season in 2024 with the Nittany Lions. But overall, like, this is what Zach Lyons said. Kevin Winston plays every rep like it's the last play of the game. Most intensity out here in these 11-on-11s. And not only that, just showing out to every single person on the field, whether it's the coaches, whether it's the media. This is from the Mettenberger. And he kind of just aggregated what Jim Wyatt said about rookie Kevin Winston on a local Nashville radio. I'll tell you who I feel great about, Kevin Winston Jr. In time, he'll be this team's #1 safety, the standout of camp. And Winston is an absolute ball hawk. He has the ability to cover. He has the ability to find exactly where the ball is on the field, whether it's a run play, whether it's a pass play. He can read the QB's eyes and just be all over the field at once. In his career, like, 2022 didn't get much playing time, but you can see that 23 season where he played every single game. He was a force for this Penn State team. 61 tackles, 3 for loss, 6 pass breakups and interception, and 2 forced fumbles. Not only is he a hard hitter, but he can cover too. So you get the best of both worlds, a guy that's great in run defense and a great guy that's great in pass coverage. And you signed Xavier Woods to a small contract. You have Amani Hooker. I think Winston could easily go into either that strong safety or free safety spot within the end of the year. He was 100% healthy. He did come off the field a little bit, but that was precautionary. They were like, we don't want to force his way back after coming off a knee injury, because that's something serious. But he's not on PUP. He is full participant, and we're going to see him week 1. I truly think that he's a future Pro Pro Bowler in the making, and the Titans got an absolute steal with that one. An absolute steal. I cannot believe that no team just took a chance on him just because he had a tear in his knee. Like, he missed the season, but it's 2025, people. Surgery is good. It's not an Achilles tear. It's just your knee. I know it sounds bad, but I still can't believe that he fell that far. Titans got a steal. It was absolute steal with that one. And the final, we're always going to talk about Femi Olufunmi with the edge. I also really liked what Like Manor did. He was looking like probably one of the best targets, but I thought it was perfect to kind of just talk about the edge rusher in Femi, because that is probably the weakest part of the Titans' defensive line. The Titans' defense is their edge rushers. Like with Like Manor, you got a bunch of wide receivers. He's standing out, but this guy, Olufunmi, could possibly be easily thrown in to be a starter day one. Here's what Jim Wyatt had to say. Leonard Wilson, the defensive coordinator, he said Femi Olufunmi is not your typical rookie. We've thrown a lot at him, and he's been able to handle it. Femi Olufunmi said that they just threw the kitchen sink at him because they know how good he is and how great of a prospect he is, and they expect him to learn it because just his physical ability on the field is absolutely insane, and they think he can develop into a great edge rusher. Here's what Brian Callahan had to say. Plays with a really physical and a lot of enthusiasm. He's a bit ahead of the curve in terms of where I expected him to be at. They kind of thought it was a project. That's why he was not your typical first-round pick. He only played 1 year of edge at UCLA. It's going to develop. But if he's already ahead of schedule, and from Teron Davenport, who was at training camp, said that he was pretty much won every single one of his reps, all reps, 1v1. You speed off the edge, power on the other reps. If you can get speed and power as an edge rusher in your second year ever playing outside, he's ahead of schedule, man, and he might take over that spot, whether it is with Arden Key, whether it's Draymond Jones. One of those guys has to watch out for their job because Femi's coming, and we're going to see it in preseason against the Buccaneers because he's going to get a lot of playing time, and he might look like a behemoth on the field with how big and strong and fast that he is. I'm looking forward to seeing him the most. Who is the rookie that you're looking forward to watching this season? The generic answer is Cam Ward, but I'm really looking forward to seeing just the other guys like Olufunmi because we know what Cam Ward is. I'm excited to see what Femi and what Winston Jr. are going to do for this team. So go down in the comments right now. And also, don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We made it to 11,000 subs, people. Congrats to you. Thank you so much. I love doing these videos for you guys, so make sure you keep it up. Let's get to 12,000. So go ahead, hit that sub button, and as always, tighten up.